In the lead up to the fight, you said if they want the black fighters, they can keep them. Why'd you say that?
Huh?
Why?
It's just a biased part of what I'm seeing in our field. That's it. Because it just seems like there's certain ones favoritizing others. I believe the commentators that are on the stand of ESPN are a bit biased to certain fighters.
Off the record.
No, it's not off
No,
the
man,
record.
stop.
It's just off the record.
You can't well, look, you wake up, bro.
I don't think
Not
any.
say that. Don't get into that, bro.
Wait, let me.
Don't fall into this.
I'm not falling into it.
Fellas, talk about the fight.
I'm not talking. I'm talking about
Let that all go.
No, then let me
Junior,
let it go.
yo.
Let me let it go.
Hold up.
Let me go.
Hold up.
Hold up. No. There ain't no holding up.
Hey, Junior.
Destroy us.
Junior.
Then let it be. What are you scared of? Let it be. What are you scared of? Stop being a about it and handle it like a man.
Wow, this is unbelievable stuff. Teofimo Lopez tells his dad to stop being a beezy. A bit. In a recent interview where Teofimo Sr. interjected and had to cut off his son in regards to a previous comment made about ESPN can keep the black fighters. I got a lot to talk about in this video. Let's crunch it up. We work. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Let me jump into it because I know y'all clicked on the video. Y'all want to know what I got to say. The Ego thoughts. Now, the clip you guys heard at the beginning was an interview. It was a sit-down interview with Teofimo Lopez and ESPN's Mark Kriegel. And Teofimo Lopez was interrupted by his own father when the question came up about a statement, a controversial statement that Teofimo Lopez had previously made. I was probably the first person on YouTube that made a video about it because the comments didn't sit well with me. And Teofimo basically said ESPN can keep the black fighters, whatever that means. And he kind of went on to say he lashed out at Andre Ward and Tim Bradley because they're insanely biased in his view. And ESPN as a staff, as a record label, and as a mother crew are, I guess, out to get him and showing immense favoritism to black fighters, which we know is bananas. If anything, it's the exact opposite of that, right? Where you have guys like Devin Haney, when he went to Australia to fight George Kambosos, they put up a graphic that said the clinch you box, meaning how many times Devin Haney was clinching. No other fighter, definitely non-black fighter, I've never seen it in general, but the first time they break this out is for a black fighter. I've never seen anybody else. Devin Haney is not the first boxer in the history of the world to clinch, but they kept making reference to Devin Haney clinching in this particular fight, saying, oh, he's going to clinch, almost as if they were trying to give George Kambosos his only chance to win, which was to try to rough up Devin Haney because he couldn't skillfully outbox Devin Haney. So this is what old media is known to do. Old media, what they want to do is take away your weapons, especially for black fighters, Cuban fighters, skill guys who know to measure distance and ring IQ and defense and things like that. Complete fighters, they want to take that away from you when they feel that the opposition is inferior in that department, doesn't have a defense, and may have power or rugged style. They want you to fight down to your competition and to your competition's level. So I had no idea what Teofimo Lopez was talking about when he made these statements regarding ESPN can keep the blacks. ESPN reporter Kriegel says, hey, what were you talking about? And you immediately hear Teo's dad kind of jump in and he's like, nah, just like basically he was giving his son game and saying, don't worry about that. Just talk about the fight. Like talk about the Josh Taylor fight. Let that be. Because Teofimo Sr. realizes that his son is not doing himself any service by bringing that up because it was misunderstood or it wasn't received well to begin with. So the more you talk about it, and Teofimo is not the most eloquent speaker, the more you're going to dig yourself a grave and dig yourself in a hole. And we know in this society, we got cancel culture and it's just different. It's different times. We'll just leave it at that. So Teofimo is not able to articulate himself and cleverly put that to bed without probably ruffling even more feathers. His father, knowing his son, tried to gym him up and say, yo, just worry about the fight. Don't talk about that. You're falling for it. And Teofimo is, for whatever reason, insistent on continuing to talk about it. He's like, nah, don't worry about it. Stop being a bitch about it. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, for starters, I would probably get shot if I said that to my dad. Stop being a beezy. Like, I just, me personally, I couldn't talk to my father like that to this day. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just wouldn't work out well for me. We'll leave it like that. So the fact that he told his dad on some MC8 menace, man, both y'all, you acting like a, you know what I'm saying, on some old dog. You acting like a little right now. Them marks just killed your cousin. You ain't gonna do nothing. God damn it. That's crazy. But it's crazy that Teofimo is willing to die on this hill of making controversial comments and saying, hey, I'm not apologizing. I'm not taking it back. Yada, yada, yada. Now, if you don't want to apologize, fair play. It's a free country. But you're aggravating it worse by continuing to talk about it instead of just saying no comment, next question, and pleading the fifth. So even if you didn't want to apologize, like you're like, I'm not going to walk back the comments in that way by issuing an apology. It's just foolish to just go out there and just try to stand on it 10 toes down. And the biggest thing for me is this is all the week before the fight. So right before a very dangerous fight with a Scottish former undisputed champ that had to relinquish his belt, very good fighter, and Josh Taylor, that seems like a lot of distraction. I said it then, I'm saying it now. The more I see from Teofimo, the more comfortable I feel picking Josh Taylor. Listen, I could be wrong, but I could be very right. Told you I'm picking Josh Taylor. I'm never going to pick somebody who seems as mentally unstable and all over the place, especially close to a fight. It'd be one thing if he was saying this stuff and he had nothing scheduled on the books. You are fighting tonight and you seem all over the place. You're saying don't be a beezy to your dad. Your interviews being cut off. You seem frazzled. You're saying crazy things. I'm not picking nobody like that. So if I'm going to be wrong, I'm going to be wrong. But it's too hard for me to pick somebody like that. Josh Taylor, to my knowledge right now at this moment, he doesn't have all these things going on where a bunch of controversies. Not saying he's never had controversy, because he has. He said some stuff to, I think, an Asian guy in a club a while ago. But I'm talking about current issues right now that are going on that could distract you from the mission at hand. Teofimo got a lot of them. He's talking about they want to fight Gervonta Davis. He's seemingly at odds and, you know, a disagreement of approach with his dad. It's just too much. I just can't do it. I can't go off someone like that. And the other thing I want to add is, you know, it's bad when Teofimo Sr. is the voice of reason, meaning like Teofimo has said controversial. I'm talking about the dad. Teofimo Sr. has said controversial things himself and said out-of-pocket things that were misconstrued. So when he's trying to reel you back in, that's how you know it's a problem. When you have somebody who's outspoken and says bizarre things and crazy things himself, and they're telling you you're tripping, then it's bad. You got Teofimo standing up saying, hey, you don't know what I've been through. It doesn't look good for Teo. You know, that's just my honest opinion. And boxing and the commission should probably do some kind of wellness check or mental health checks to see if he's even able to compete, because this is a sport where you got to be safe, and it's better to be safe than sorry. To me, it sounds like Teofimo is unraveling, and it's kind of been the case since the Kambosos loss. He seems a bit frazzled, all over the place. I don't know if his mind is there all the way psychologically. You know, him taking that hit maybe set him back, and the Sandor Martin fights, you know, just not the best performances, things like that. When you're used to being on top like he was and beating Lomachenko, that's an extreme high. Your first title defense is an extreme low because you lose to a guy you weren't supposed to lose to in your first professional loss. And, you know, you got a lot of backlash and came up with excuses, but all we know is you lost. You could say, oh, I lost because of my lungs and all this, but you lost. It is what it is. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. I'm the best in the business. Let me know what you guys think. Are you worried? If you're a Teofimo fan, you should be worried, but let me know if you are worried in the comment section. Best in the business.